Hello. Can I get everybody's attention? So we're at 134 right now, so we're getting closer to that 200 threshold. If you've come to the SLC and have not checked in at one of our booths, please go there now. Bring your walk card so that we can get you counted in the official quorum count. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Can I get your attention? Thank you. We've officially hit quorum, so we're going to start this meeting today at approximately 12:34 p.m. But before we do that, before we start our meeting, I'd like to officially acknowledge that the University of Waterloo is located in the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee peoples. The University of Waterloo is situated on the Haldimand Tract, land promised and given to the Six Nations, which includes 6 miles on each side of the Grand River. So before we start the meeting, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the Fed's March General Meeting. I'd like to remind everybody that we're going to be talking about some good topics today. I'd like everybody to be respectful of one another's opinions and have healthy debate and engage. So we'll start with the first item on our agenda, which is the approval of the agenda. Can I get a mover? Member Plant, Plante. Can I get a seconder? Member Veiling. Okay, all those approved. All those in favor, sorry. Okay, all those opposed. Any noted abstentions? That passes. Okay, item number 2, approval of minutes from the fall 2017 general meeting. Can I get a mover? Jake. Member Jake. Can I get a seconder? Member Garrett. All those in favor? All those opposed? Any noted abstention? That passes. Item number 3. We're now in the section where we're going to be electing our board of directors at large for Fed's 2018-2019 fiscal year. Do I have any candidates? Yes. Can you state your name? Yes. Come up to the stage. Anybody who's running would come up to the stage, please. Right now we are the at-large board members, please, first. Do we have anybody else for at-large board members? Okay, seeing none, I will give the 4 candidates here a chance to, about a minute or two, to make their case to the membership as to why they would be a good fit for the board of directors. Yeah, okay, so we'll... Okay, so we'll start. You're going... Okay, go ahead. Okay, so we'll start with gentleman in Waterloo Engineering.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Boschman. I am the current outgoing Vice President Operations and Finance for the Engineering Society A, and also one of the Vice Presidents of Finance for Engineering Society B. I want to run for this position because I've got a lot of experience in general governance within the Engineering Society, and I think I've wanted to branch out to the Federation of Students as a whole a lot, and this is a good chance for me to do it. I have been sitting on the board of directors as an ex officio member for the Engineering Society for the past 12 months, and I will be doing the same for the next 12 as well. So I think I have a fair bit of experience and understanding about general things that I can bring towards the board of directors for Feds. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hannah Sussink, and I am running for an at-large seat on the board of directors because I want to have a lasting impact on student life at Waterloo. FEDS is a large organization that requires strong, responsible leadership to hold FEDS execs accountable and ensure the organization remains sustainable this year and years to come. My vast experience working as Federation Orientation Committee, or more affectionately known as FOC, I've budgeted tens of thousands of dollars for a week-long welcome for first-year students. I've experienced working with Warrior Tribe, managing and developing an organization dedicated to improving student engagement and Warrior Pride across campus, and as an USA delegate advocating for students and recommending government-level policy changes. I have the knowledge and passion to contribute to the maintenance of an accountable and sustainable organization. With a working knowledge of policies, procedures, and bylaws, I am equipped to make positive, lasting, and meaningful decisions that will guide the future of this organization. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jacob Simons. I'm a student in mathematical physics, and I'm running for this position on the board. I personally don't have as much experience in student governments as of now, and I think that I've been far too separated from it in my past. So I think that now, seeing as some of the stuff that's going on has been devoid of enough accountability and transparency, I think that I cannot in good conscience keep myself away from these types of positions. So I am involving myself now by running for the board.
Hello, my name is Connor Plant, also running for a at-large seat on the FEDS Board of Directors. I have experience representing students in a variety of capacities, currently sitting on the Co-op fee review advisory committee. I've represented undergraduate students at 3 USA General Assemblies now. Also have experience managing a staff and a budget, working in the athletics department for 5 terms now. And I've also completed a co-op in the university's human resources department. So I have a great understanding of university procedures and policies. So I think that experience would help on the board. Thank you.
So I am not running for board, but someone who I know, Patricia Young, would like to put forward a nomination for this seat. She can't be here right now, but she is the current Vice President of Education of the Engineering Society, and I've been in numerous meetings with her, and she always offers a very nuanced view of the issues that are at hand and has lots of experience with governance within this university. So I think she would be a great candidate for this position.
Okay, so I'm going to bring the motion. I just want to officially state the name for the record. Since there's 5 candidates, all of them are going to be acclaimed, so we just have to go through the motion. Once the motion is passed, go find our friendly Vice President of Operations and Finance, Brian Schwan. He will ask for some further information that we need from you. Okay, so we have an official motion. Be it resolved, the general meeting elects Michael Boschman, Hannah Sasink, Jacob Simons, Connor Plant, Patricia Young as the at-large Board of Directors for the Federation of Students, University of Waterloo, 2018-2019 fiscal year. All those in favor? Oh. Move. Seneca. Seconder. All those approved? All those opposed? That passes. Thank you. Okay, so now we're to item number 4, election of Board of Directors council seats for the Fed's 2018-2019 fiscal year. Can I get the candidates up on stage? Any other candidates from Fed Student Council? No. Okay. So we'll give the 2 candidates on stage about a minute or 2 to explain why they'd be good at Board of Directors.
Hi, everyone. My name is Seneca Belling. I'm the current Deputy Speaker of the Student Council. I've served in this position for the past year as a science counselor. I ran For student council, mostly because I saw room for improvement in Federation of Students, and I thought we can continue to improve. I'm running for the board of directors because as the organ of feds that oversees how your student money is spent, as the organ of feds that oversees HR and financial matters and legal matters of the corporation, it's important to be involved on multiple levels to make sure reforms that I think are beneficial to students can be pushed through. So I will look forward to being a voice on the board of directors on behalf of students and in the best interests of the corporation and its membership itself.
Hi everyone, I'm here to speak on behalf of Thompson Tran, and so his message today is he wants to continue to serve as one of your board of directors for the Federation of Students. He's previously sat on the board for 2 terms. In those 2 terms, he became a sponge absorbing knowledge around him. Within those 2 terms, he has the pleasure to work with great student leaders. While sitting on the board, he has learned very valuable skills that he wants to continue to uphold. On a different note, he has been a counselor sitting on the Federation of Students Council and been involved in many different committees, from the Internal Funding Committee to the Education Advisory Committee. Next, his involvement on many endowment funds, SLEF and OSSEP, have taught him the ability to think short-term, mid-term, and long-term with the impacts and goals on our campus. Being able to analyze projects and understand them and their impacts. So finally, his involvement within AHS, the Student Society Applied Health Sciences undergraduate members, shows his passion and dedication. He started as a representative, and this year he was the vice president internal, where he made systematic changes to help the society run smoother and more transparent for all internal members and external members. So he wants to continue his experience and knowledge with the governance on this campus, and he feels like he would be a great voice on this board and would like to continue that.
Thank you. Since we have 2 candidates, again, they will be acclaimed, but we will put it to an official motion. So can I get, so the motion in front of us is, be it resolved that general meeting elects Seneca Veiling and Thompson Tran for the council seats on the board of directors for the Federation of Students, University of Waterloo 2018-2019 fiscal year. Can I get a mover? Member Schwann and Member Richardson is the seconder. All those approved. All those in favor? All those opposed? Any noted abstention? That passes. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, we're down to item number 5 on the agenda, which is ratification of the 2018-2019 Feds Executive. The motion in front of us is, be it resolved, the general meeting ratifies Richard Brew as president, Savannah Richardson as vice president student life, Kurt James McMullen as vice president operations and finance, and Matthew Garrett as vice president education as the Federation of Students, University of Waterloo 2018-2019 executive team. Can I get a mover? Okay. So can you no. So okay, so all those approved, so we already have a mover, member Schwann, and the seconder was Savannah Richardson. So those were movers and seconders. So where's the member? You're welcome to speak now. It's open to debate the motion.
To a direct election so that actual ballots can get cast for these executives. We're about to hand them the most powerful position in overseeing the student union and running the day-to-day operations. I think it's kind of essential that we push this off to a by-election to properly allow for student membership to vote for their executive. Acclaimed seats, 4 acclaimed seats are kind of ridiculous. That's my personal view. I don't think any of them are bad candidates. In fact, I think they're going to be great, and individually I support them, but that is a decision for the membership to make, not a decision for them to get, not a decision to be made by acclamation, in my personal view.
Okay, so there's no other debate. We're back to the main motion. Pardon? Sorry, I didn't hear. Can you use that? You have to hit the button.
It's a good point. I forgot that there's on-off switches on these things. I move that we refer the motion to a general election.
I believe we have to vote on the current motion before moving into a new motion.
I believe this is the most obstructive motion, so I would like to move to overrule the chair on this matter. I believe I'm correct if you want to consult Robert Rules of Order.
Okay.
All right, so I move that we refer it to a general election.
Seconded. What's her name, sorry? Kristen. Member Kristen. Yeah. Now it's open to debate.
Can you still hear me anyways? Oh, hello there. Hi. Go. Our bylaws within the corporation, as we're going to see later on in this general meeting, that currently, I can't say 100% for certain, but because I'm not a lawyer, but from legal counsel in the past, if there are only, if there's no opposition candidates running an election, they're acclaimed. It doesn't go to a by-election because they're acclaimed. I totally get the sentiment that Member Belling is putting forward. Our bylaws govern our corporation. They are technically binding our corporation, and figured that that was a very critical piece of information for people to know. And in addition, I'm 99% because sure is it has to be that's for information.
So it just came to my attention that this may actually be out of order because our current motion is on the ratification of currently elected people because according to our bylaws, regardless of whether or not a vote took place, these are the current people we are ratifying. So referring it to a general election is out of order. The potential action that could be taken here is to refuse to ratify, in which case this would be referred to board as to what further action needs to be taken.
Point of information? Sorry, when I said refer to general election, I meant that we refer ratification to a general election. So therefore we ratify by referendum rather than ratify at this body. Since we are governed by parliamentary order under Robert's rules as listed in our bylaws, as Member Schwan brought up, this body can refer its authority for approval to any other body. So, as long as it is not a financial matter or other matter restricted from being referred, this can be referred to any other body. I am suggesting we refer to ratification, refer ratification to a referendum. So not a general election. That was a faux pas on my part.
I just want to note that I think this would consider.
Come use this one. This one works pretty well.
Okay.
I can see how it can be thought of as a waste of time, but I really think that if people take a position that has a large salary, they should be doing so, particularly a position where they represent students, right? Your job is to oversee the day-to-day operations of the student union, and this should be referred to a referendum, which can be held pretty quickly to ratify, right? If the referendum fails, we can come back to a general meeting, but there's tools in place to do this, and I move that we ratify by a referendum.
Okay, so we have a motion in front of us to ratify via a referendum. Yeah, refer to a referendum for ratification. Does anybody else want to weigh in on that matter or talk?
Like all the individual. Okay. Hello. Recording?
Test 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Hello. This is not a personal attack on the individuals who have been acclaimed, but I genuinely agree with Seneca's sentiment. I find that the timing of Fed's elections in itself is very inconvenient for students. Like, it happens just so early in January, and it just goes by, and like it's at a time where we're all very busy and we have midterms, and now that this is actually towards the end of the term, even though we may have finals, I think this is a good opportunity to raise awareness for people to get involved, and I think it will. I think it's a good idea. And I don't think it will waste Fed's resources, because student engagement is really important. So, yeah. Nikta Johari, Arts Counselor.
I'm Marcus Abramovich. Nothing. Some of you may know me, sure. So I just came across this talking to Andrew. This could be really important. So one of two things will happen on this referendum, right? Either it will pass and nothing has changed, or number two, it fails and there's no exec for next year. So I think everyone needs to take that into account. Like, if it fails, then what's the plan? Like, you're proposing something, and if it fails, what's the plan? Like, do we just not have them?
I think that comment's out of order. I think it's just false. I'd actually like to hear Member Clubbine speak to that, because I disagree that that is the case.
No. What I'm saying is that, okay, so this is more of a, I think you're in agreement this is more of a formality, right? That we have it to make sure that people vote for the executives, like to make sure they have a mandate and all that stuff. But what if it fails and there's, how much time until the new exec need to come in? 1 month? May 1st, right? So today's March 21st, right? Yeah.
Great, then we'll have a turnaround time that's very fast, I expect.
Yeah, but what happens if this referendum fails? What happens? Do we not have an exec? Do we have to reapply, re-sign, all that stuff?
Debate, so don't cross debate.
Oh. I like Seneca, though.
No. Okay.
Sorry, Anthony.
Everybody here? Good, it's okay. Okay. Okay, so one more speaker before we get.
Just to answer that question, but I believe in the case where there are no executives, board has the authority. Executives in the case that none are elected.
Yes. Okay, so we have a motion to call the question. I need a mover. Do you want to move? Tristan. Member Tristan. Seconder, Member Plant. All those in favor of calling the question, meaning like we vote on the motion at hand. All those in favor? All those opposed? Any noted abstentions? That passes. So we're back to Member Vailing's original motion, which was to refer ratification via a referendum. So if there's no more speakers on that, we're gonna, can I get a mover on that motion? Okay, there's already a mover. So, so we'll vote on that motion. All those in favor? All those opposed? The motion fails. Member Garretts would like his abstention to be noted. Any other noted abstentions? Okay. So we're back to the main motion, which is be it resolved the general meeting ratifies Richard Wu as president, Savannah Richardson as vice president student life, Kurt James McMullen as vice president operations and finance, and Matthew Garris as vice president education as the Federation of Students, University of Waterloo 2018-2019 executive team. We already have a mover, which was member Schwan, and a seconder, member Richardson. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? All those those that abstain? Would you like to be noted? Can you go to our Aisha, who's taking our minutes, so that she can note your abstentions? Perfect. So that motion passes. Now we're down to item number 6, which is the election of members to the Budget Committee. Anybody who is who's interested in filling the at-large seat for Budget Committee, please come up and put your name forward. Okay. So we have 2 candidates. Give each of them 1 to 2 minutes to give their pitch to the General Assembly. And also state your name for the record, please.
Hello, my name is Michael Boschman again. As I said earlier, I am the current Vice President of Operations and Finance for A Society, for the Engineering Society, and the incoming Vice President of Finance for B Society. I have a lot of experience dealing with budgets and managing money and sponsorship committees, funding proposals and the like. And I think that I have a lot to offer to this position as an at-large member. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is John Hunt. I'm a first-year student, so I really don't have as much experience, but with no other committee obligations, I can dedicate pretty much all of my extra time to being on the Budget Committee. I do have experience from the past 2 years. I was treasurer at my high school of my graduation committee, and I really did enjoy that position, and I'd love the opportunity to participate on another Budget Committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I ask you to pass around the ballots? Oh, thank you. Okay, so our Vice President of Operations Finance is handing out the ballots. So this is for the at-large one. We'll continue with the other ones as you fill in your ballots. You could only pick between one of these 2. So for the folks in the General Assembly, can you state your name again?
My name is Michael Boscheman.
So Michael Boscheman.
And my name is John Hunt.
And John Hunt. So those are your 2 options for your at-large, for the at-large seat. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, so the next one for the candidates that want to fill the 2 director seats, please come up. Yeah, there was an error done on it. It's 2 director seats. Yeah, there was an error on that agenda, so apologize for that. 2 director seats. Anybody in the incoming directors that want to be on Budget Committee? Pardon? Yeah, Michael Boscheman. So his name is Michael, and Boscheman is Beauchemin. And then John Hunt, and I'm going to try to spell it, Gohn. J, sorry, yeah, J. We're doing all of them at the same time. So JOHNHUNT. Yeah, come up. So everybody clear on their at-large candidates. You'll go. What? Yeah, this is the director one, right? Yeah, director. So, I repeat again, so we have 2 seats to fill for the director seats on budget committee. Is anybody interested? Yes, Member Garrett. We are. I checked. No, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah. 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 So everybody's going to be voting at the end. We just wanted to distribute the ballots. So right now we're on the director one. So any more candidates for the board seats? Okay. Okay. Okay, so just to clarify, there is on this agenda it says counselors, but it's not counselors. There are 2 seats for allocated to directors. So we have Connor Plant, who is a director wanting to run for this. Are there any other directors, incoming directors that want to be on budget committee? Seeing none, okay, I'll give the microphone to Connor.
I'll go to the director seat and I'll leave it down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you have a minute each to say why you want to be on budget committee.
Connor Plant, I really have nothing new to say from what I said last time, so.
Very similar case. I'll add that I'm currently on budget committee as one of the council seats. I will move to a board seat on budget committee so that a new councillor can take that role. That's about it.
Okay. Perfect. So these are the 2 for the director seat, so you can put both their names in the ballot. Can you spell your names again?
Connor, C-O-N-N-O-R, Plant, P-L-A-N-T-E.
Seneca, Seneca is in Seneca College, and last name Velling, V as in Victor, E-L-L-I-N-G. Seneca Velling.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, and finally, do we have any candidates for the 1 counselor seat on budget committee? Any incoming counselors? Oh.
Hello. I am not representing myself now. I am representing Catherine Arnold, the current president of the Engineering Society B. Catherine has been vice president of finance for Engineering Society B, and she is now the president. She has sat on our board of directors for the past year, and she She has financial experience as well with the Engineering Student Societies Council of Ontario and the Canadian Federation of Engineering Students through her positions on the executive and officer teams there, respectively.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm a current counselor. I was a counselor this year, and I'm going to be again next year. I have some experience working with smaller budgets for science societies, clubs, and then I've worked on the Fed's council for the last year, so I have some idea of what the Fed's budget looks like. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Perfect. So just Katie Arnold is the one candidate that Michael spoke for. So her name is spelled Katie. Her last name Arnold is spelled Arnold. And then Elizabeth's name is spelled Elizabeth. O'Sullivan is spelled O'Sullivan. Okay. So I'm going to ask our helpers to start collecting ballots if everybody's ready. Yeah, hold up the ballots so that it could help our folks trying to collect some ballots. Yeah. Okay, last call for ballots. Seeing none, we'll just give our team a chance to count some ballots.